It is a special day here at KSL, a day for Wednesday's Child. We've been sharing with you the stories of children living in the Utah foster care system, and we're raising money to help them in their journey to find a permanent, loving family. Ashley joins us now. Ashley, you showed us earlier a boy who thought he was too old to get adopted and yet managed to do that.
Yeah, that's right, Deanie. The unfortunate truth is many of these children end up aging out of the system. That means they turn 18, and though technically they're considered adults by legal standards, let's be honest, they're in no position to face the world on their own. We're going to talk about that reality right now. I have done Wednesday's Child segments for 3 years now, and we've featured hundreds of children. Former children we featured here on KSL have aged out. They've reached out to me from prison because they had no one else to talk to. And most recently, a former Wednesday's Child took her own life after aging out of the system. I'm joined now by Jacoya and Jennifer Larson with DCFS. Jacoya, you are one of the statistics. You aged out of the foster care system. Share with us a little bit of your story.
So I grew up in foster care. I moved around probably about 5 foster homes, changed schools 5 times, struggled a lot with the families. And then I terminated when I turned 18. And I'm 24 right now, and for the last couple of years I've just been struggling. I've struggled with homelessness, not knowing when I'm going to eat next, not knowing where I'm going to sleep. Yeah, it's been difficult.
And you told me earlier that you found yourself, you start to seek out mother figures in people that you meet. That's something that you still want, even though you're in your 20s.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, just basic things, mentoring in life, guidance, advice, advice about school, advice about jobs, boys, you name it. I still need that, and even more so now that I'm older than when I did when I was younger.
Okay, Jennifer, you work with DCFS. Now, Jacoya here is actually almost one of the success stories. She aged out and she turned out pretty well. You're doing great for not having any support system, but unfortunately, most kids don't end up like Jacoya.
That's correct. Youth that age out of foster care have a high propensity to face homelessness, to become unemployed or underemployed, to end up in prison or in incarceration. And so we want to prevent that from happening. I think Jacoya spoke so eloquently of the struggles that she's had, and what we want to do is to be able to provide those supports for children before they age out of care, before they leave the foster care system, so that they know where they belong. This goes way beyond just finding a legal family. This is about belonging somewhere to something that's bigger than yourself. We want that for every child because we know that that's what equates to success. We want children to be able to belong in families. We want them to have relationships that can help them, mentor them, to talk about all the things and have those conversations that Jacoya says that she missed out on or that she struggles to find. We want to have that for every child that comes into our system.
Jennifer, is this a problem in our state, children aging out of foster care?
Yes, last year we had about 161 children that aged out of the foster care system without finding legal permanency and without finding that forever family. So we want to be able to reduce that number to find families for those children that really need it, to be able to have those lifelong supports and those connections that can really guide them through all their adult life. Even as adults, we still rely on our families so much.
Jennifer, Jacoya, thank you so much for joining me. I know that this is hard for you to be here and to share such a personal story, but what we're hoping with Jennifer and Jacoya being here, Jacoya sharing such a personal story, is that you'll donate now. Now is the chance that you can help children that are almost there, almost going to age out of the system. You can call 801-575-HOPE.
Powerful.